You're still watching Morning at NTV. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, this morning is a special one as we are having a special National Youth Day commemoration edition here on Morning at NTV. I am Priscilla Regina Naluoga. Now, this is in partnership with BRAC Uganda, and on this National Youth Day, our theme is unlocking opportunities and youth-friendly business registration. We are here to discuss how young people can overcome challenges in formalizing their businesses, a critical step for accessing financing, creating jobs, as well as driving economic growth. Now, when you look at the Uganda Bureau of Statistics report, you do have over 78% of Ugandans' population in the age bracket of 30, and yet youth unemployment does remain at 13% still, according to the same report. Now, the question is, how can the many young people stepping into entrepreneurship actually position themselves to formalize their businesses and their crafts if business registration is still remaining one of the major barriers or roadblocks? My guests this morning will help us paint a picture and a solution to that. I'm joined by Thomas Nsubuga, founder for Nsukat Agri Investment, and he is a youth entrepreneur. We also do have Marion Tugumisirize, Senior Registration Officer, and this is with the Uganda Registration Services Bureau. And you're most welcome.
Yes, thank you, Priscilla.
It's a pleasure to have you. Let me start off with you, Thomas. How old are you?
I'm 31.
31. When did you start your agribusiness?
I think I ventured into agribusiness in 2019. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was as a result of me completing my undergraduate studies, and I'd seen a lot of young people being unemployed, and I really didn't want to grow up and be part of them. Mm-hmm. I wanted to be part of the solution, and that's when I started and ventured into poultry as a business.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. How many birds do you have today?
Yeah, today I have over 200 layer birds, mm-hmm. and our business is based in Mukono. That's where we do our poultry. We work with a slogan, laying for wealth as a business. So we believe that as young entrepreneurs, young people can venture into poultry and lay eggs for wealth.
All right, so BRAC Uganda has reported that its Empowering Youth in Agribusiness program has supported over 12,000 young entrepreneurs since 2021, creating sustainable livelihoods. And Thomas, you have been a part of that program. What's your testimonial? How have you been empowered by BRAC Uganda to be able to leapfrog your business from one stage and one level to another?
Yeah, I think I would start off by sharing my journey with BRAC Uganda. I joined BRAC Uganda as a scholar. That was back in 2013, and now 12 years or 13 years down the road, I managed to join the MasterCard Foundation alumni at BRAC Uganda. So as an alumni, we receive a lot of benefits that come with being part of the association, an umbrella that governs over 5,000 young people. And here in our association, we receive a lot of trainings. We have our circle there where we borrow, save, and invest in small and medium enterprises. This association is overseen by BRAC Uganda, and through there we receive a lot of support, and among the key programs that we have managed to go through is the Scholars Entrepreneurship Fund. This is the program that has supported us with a lot of trainings around financial literacy, business management, but most importantly to mention is that we have been empowered to design businesses based on community solutions or based on the resources we have in our communities. One of the most interesting trainings that we have had at BRAC Uganda was around financial literacy, whereby me as an entrepreneur in 2019, I did not keep any records of my businesses. So I could not really tell whether I was making profit or not. And having joined the SAFE program, I managed to start now making or keeping records in my business. And this has enabled me to see the profits that we can make. And also another aspect is that they trained us about marketing. where I come from in Mukono, we are near one of the most interesting corner where everyone that uses the highway, the Namaojolo place. And from there I managed to see that there's a great market for broiler chicken, and through the scholarship entrepreneurship fund we received over $2,000 to invest into our businesses, and with this we managed to explore the broiler chicken, and tapping into the Namaojolo market we have managed to sell at least over 300 layer broiler birds. So the program has also equipped me as a young person with knowledge around business planning. Before we didn't have a business plan, and right now we have a business plan, and with this business plan we have applied for other opportunities as a business. We are looking into registration of our business, which we have already done with URSB, and with this we are now able to go ahead and look for funding from other financial institutions.
Okay, all right. You have mentioned URSB. I know that registration was a cumbersome process for you formalizing your business. Talk to us from your lived experience. What were the major challenges you faced as you were formalizing your business?
I think the major challenge that I faced personally was about the resources. First, I didn't have the money as a person to register, however much I wanted to register my business. I knew the benefits.
And how much money are we talking?
That is about 90,000. Okay. If you look at young entrepreneurs, a business that makes approximately 100,000 on a month, you cannot take away 90,000 for registration. But with support from BRAC Uganda, we managed to register our business, and with this, inside there, very many young people face other challenges. First, there's limited awareness on where to go. For example, my business operates in Nama, Mukono. Young people like me are confused whether to register with Nama or Nama sub-county or register with URSB that is based in Kampala. So young people don't have access to information on where to go and what to start with. So then another challenge that we faced is that limited access to digital tools. Most of these services are online, and as young people, we have access to phones, but most of our fellow young people who are based in rural areas don't have these phones, don't have these digital tools to navigate these online platforms to register. And one of the biggest challenges that me personally faced is that the continuous rejections. Every time you upload a name, it is registered, it is rejected by the portal, and along the way, you are forced to either give up or go to the nearby offices, and that also involves costs. So you wouldn't want to again pull the little profit you're making. More than
90,000 Ugandan shillings you have to part away with.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Marion, the URSB strategic plan 2022-2026 does identify enhancing inclusivity in registration as its priority, noting that only 35% of SMEs in Uganda are currently formally registered. From what he has submitted, how can registration for businesses actually be improved to be more youth-friendly, accessible, particularly for the young people, especially for areas that are, rural?
Thank you, Priscilla, and I appreciate BRAC for sponsoring this talk show, and we are grateful as URSB to be invited on these discussions. In consideration for the youth, URSB has simplified its processes with the recent legal reforms and technological advancements. Now all our services are online. And to clear his fears on the challenges he faced to do with resources, number one, registration fees is a one-off. The 90,000 you fear to pay is a one-off, maybe say for the annual compliances that come with it, but the registration fees in itself as a whole is a one-off. Then awareness. We have what we call Chile Easy campaign, which is a mass business registration campaign that is financed by Ministry of Finance. And the major aim of this campaign was to ensure that registration services go to the last person. This is in preparation for the 2040 financial takeoff, and I can report that we've been to almost all the districts in Uganda, and we have resumed this financial year within Kampala, and we shall reach Mukono. Then on digital tools, we understand that not everyone is technologically advanced. So those without access to computers, we are designing a mobile app that will enable them access those services. Then in addition to the mobile app, we're also working with partners, especially financial institutions, to establish service centers where our youth can easily reach out to URSB through those centers. And in those centers, we purpose to ensure that we do registrations on their behalf, but with provision of key information. We create accounts for them, then take them through the whole process on how they can utilize those services. Then on the issue of rejections of name, as he has mentioned, we have an obligation as an institution that is mandated with the registration to protect brands of those people who have existed before you that is coming on board. So we cannot allow usage of a name that is already in existence.
Okay, on that point, allow me to be a bit more practical. When Thomas here is putting in his Nsukat investments, maybe there's a related name that's already existing or related business name that's already existing in your system. However, your system can be designed in such a way that it can prompt what already exists, so that he doesn't have to go into the merry circle or merry-go-round that he has to go back into, go think about another name. You know how like on emails, when you're creating an email, they tell you Priscilla Regine already exists, but then they give you that others that can, you know, work relatedly just to satisfy the customer and ease on the time that they have to spend in thinking. Now Sukat has been denied, go back, what do I call it, Tomak Sakat.
Thank you, Priscilla. On that point, yes, the system does give them that option of name search. Before actually you put in the desired name or what you wish to have registered, you have an option of first searching and see if there is a similar name or if there are those that are closely similar to it.
Okay. What other innovation strategies have you deployed to ensure that the services are acquired easily for the young people's formalization of businesses?
As I said, that with digitalization and understanding that youth are can no longer be kept in the analog, we offer all our services online, and this cannot be achieved unless you partner with key players in the market. Whereas we have the online business registration system, without clear trainings to the youth or whoever desires to use our services, it becomes difficult for us. So we ensure that we partner with local government. Then on invitation of these youth-led enterprises, we offer them trainings. Then we also participate in incubation projects. For example, there is one that is run by Stanbic. We usually go there and offer them training. Then I also give an example of what Total is doing. I've forgotten the agency name. They offer trainings to these enterprises. Okay. So another innovation that URSB, together with the support of government, has worked on is simplifying the registration process by using a single registration form. That is for the youth who intend to incorporate companies. We hope very soon we shall roll it out so that you only need one form to have your company registered, as it is for business names. Okay. Then these outreach campaigns are really playing out right. we have reached the one who would call the realest youth. We have been in all these districts in Uganda.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Marion and URSB, for that commitment to ensuring that you open up the pool to enable youth-led entrepreneurship be formalized. Now, back to you, Thomas. When you look at banks, SACCOs, or any form of funding that you actually talked about, they do demand certificates of registration as proof of legitimacy of your business. Now, without this registration, you're not going to get the funding. You talked about the $2,000 US that you did receive in funding. If you were not registered, you would have missed out on that opportunity. When you look at the current registration process, how is it affecting young people's businesses, especially when it comes to accessing financial resources and opportunities?
Yeah, I think most of the young people, like me, first, they don't have the financial capacity. One of the requirements that we were asked to present when we applied for a certain grant is that we need to present audited reports for our businesses. And just bringing an auditor to come up with an audited report, to share it with the person you're applying funding from, it is more costly than the funding you're looking for. So these processes have really limited young people to access loans for their businesses, and most of those people that can actually afford to meet the requirements actually most of the times are not young people. And as we know that Uganda is one of the most entrepreneurial country, ranked among the top most entrepreneurial country, but most of the businesses are started by young people. Okay. If we cannot access the loans, then surely we are likely not going to start the businesses in the next 5 years.
All right. As we close this conversation, what's your call to action to the different stakeholders, especially as far as registration and formalizing of businesses is concerned? Yes.
My first call would go to URSB. For us as Mofabu, we have a network of 5,000 young people, educated up to the level of senior 6 and degree. So this is already a platform for young people where if you're directing services that target them, it would be the best platform to come to. Secondly, I've seen on several occasions the government coming in to support SACCOs for different categories of people. This is a network of young people that if you need to support young people, 5,000 of us are already here and willing to take on the services. I've heard from URSB that they are willing to even go into the communities. And we have already our network in the different parts of the country. We are willing to come in and support URSB and other government agencies for these services to reach these young people. So as we conclude, I would like to say that let these services be more affordable for the youth.
Okay.
Let them be more accessible for the youth, and let the youth have the information they need about registration, including rural and urban youth.
All right, thank you so much, Thomas. Marion, your closing remarks and your call to action. But also I would like you to speak into, you've talked about digitization, but not everyone is on the digital era right now. So you're leaving out a certain young person if you digitalize all the information. And then the other thing is we have so many languages. And so if the information is only in one dialect, how does it affect the young person deep down in Karamoja who has a business that wants to be formalized?
As URSB, we strive to ensure that we provide secure, efficient and innovative registration services. As we all know, the world is going E. But as it goes E, we are also aware that not everyone in Uganda has that accessibility to these online platforms. So as we call upon the youth to take the first initiative of formalizing their businesses, we are also mindful of the fact that they need support. So in partnership with our key players in the sector, financial institutions, we are launching out, or we are rolling out service centers where youth with limited knowledge and access to computers can easily find us or receive these services from us. And as URSB, when it comes to issues of the cost of registration, we are mindful of that, and we offer technical guidance to government when they are setting these fees. And we continue to assure the public that as URSB, we only charge the fees that have been assigned to those services by government, but we do not forget to advise them that compliance helps them much, as he has said, that one of the challenges he's facing is a lack of audited reports. This is information that you collect as a person or a youth or an individual that is in business. You ensure that you have clear records. It becomes easier for whoever you call upon to help you put it in a format that is acceptable to the public. So for the youth, use the available options. Currently, we have regional offices all over the country. We have Mbale for Eastern Region. We have Mbarara for Western Region. We have Arua for West Nile. We have Gulu for Northern Uganda. And we have TREP centers in almost all districts of Uganda. And in when we add on these service centers that we are working on, I think we shall have covered the country at least 90%. And all our services will be easily accessible.
All right, Marion, thank you so much. Duty Bearer, Uganda Registration Services Bureau. At the end of the day, youth-friendly business registration is not just about paperwork. It's about creating opportunities, and when systems are affordable, simplified, and accessible, a young person like Thomas and friends, that he talks about 5,000, yeah, and counting, these can grow their businesses, they can create jobs for other young people, but also contribute to the national economical transformation that we want to see. So as we are commemorating National Youth Day here on Morning at NTV, it's quite clear collaboration between government, development partners, as well as private sector is key in ensuring that our young people have a fighting chance to be part of building a sustainable, enterprising economy in our country. That brings us to the end of our Tech Note. We do have a Kickstarter that is coming your way. NRM's preparedness for the SEC elections. We do have a SEC candidate that will be on the table. We also do have an observer of elections and director for Center for Constitutional Governance. Arabireta will also be on that panel, and of course a former deputy RDC Wakiso district, a lawyer and a political analyst, Sheikh Kasim Kamgisha, will be on that panel too. Do stay with us.